Hello everyone, my name is Jaya. I like to talk about art, design, teaching, and storytelling. Today I want to talk about productivity tools for artists, and I mean actual productivity tools. When I Google productivity tools, I usually get the schedulers, the calendars, those kind of things. Those to me are really more surface, broad level of productivity. I want to look more closely at the details, like how do you stay productive, like what should you do. I have three tools to share with everyone, but first of all, productivity is actually based off your environment more than you as a person. And by that, I mean if you have noisy siblings, noisy household, you would likely go to a library or a cafe instead to study or work. You wouldn't really blame yourself and go, oh, I cannot concentrate because I'm not good enough at concentrating in a noisy environment. You won't blame yourself like that. Similarly, your digital space and environment is also as important as that. Are there a lot of easy to access distractions like certain websites, certain games, certain things? Ideally, a studio devoid of distractions and extra room for all your recreational needs is best. But like that would be like having a studio computer without any games and having a gaming computer with all the games in the recreational room and like having your studio computer be in the studio, which not a lot of people can afford to do. This is where Codeturkey comes in. It segments your digital space by blocking websites, apps, and games for a certain block of scheduled time and through different methods. So basically, what I myself do is I put my social media and news only on my phone. TV shows, I would, if I have a tablet, I'll put the TV shows on the tablet. So I'll try and segment my spaces like that and then try not to, let the flow be broken in that way. So this is Codeturkey. As you can see, they're active blocks like Twitter, news, other social media, and you can lock them. Like you cannot touch this for that amount of time. So if I try to like make this unblock because I want to unblock this, I can't because it's locked for 13 more hours. And you can choose certain ways of unlocking it, like random text, timer, time range. So from here to here, I cannot do anything about it. I cannot go and unlock this to access all the news. Because as I said, all my news should be on my phone. I shouldn't be using my computer to, just mindlessly look at news every day for too much of a long period of a time. So we have like Twitter, YouTube, other social media, etc. So this is how you can block things. And if you go over here, this is where you can totally just block you from your computer. But usually that's not what we are looking for. So usually if you go into here, you can have like applications, you have like exemptions instead of actual the websites. You can like do the opposite way. So basically, yeah, you can add the app, you can add the file like the game to block for that amount of time, and they won't let you access it. So different methods of like doing this is like you have to restart your computer to unblock it, type random text. Usually it takes like 1 minute to type it, so on and so forth. So all this will actually prevent you from when you go to Firefox or your internet browser, you try and open the website, it will just not let you go to it. It will just block it, and you cannot do anything until even if you reset your computer, this is all in place and it's all very hardwired. So you cannot, unless you really know how to code or hack this. There's no way you can ever change this until it unlocks. So when it unlocks, then I can choose this. But usually I do this. This has been permanently on forever. Like I said, the news is on my phone. I don't touch it. So according to how you want to segment your digital space to improve productivity, you can say put Twitter on, you can block Twitter forever, have Twitter only on your phone, have Twitter only on your tablet, so on and so forth. So when you work, you have as less amount of distractions as possible. YouTube, I still put there, I should block it. YouTube should be only on my tablet, but I don't have a tablet yet. So that's the kind of thing you can do. Before I move on to the next two tools, I'd like to point out this certain tip that will give some context to the next two tools. Time deliberate mindful practice is the best way to improve on the topic. Time, which means it's a set time that you're going to block out to focus. A deliberate, clear goal to work towards. Mindfulness, which is you don't beat yourself over not practicing. If you lose focus, you bring yourself back mindfully. So as I wrote there, 80% of your attention for 1 hour with a clear goal will always be better than 30% of your attention for 5 hours with an unclear goal. So you don't necessarily say I'm gonna draw for 8 hours, but you're losing focus all over the place, and you think, okay, I did 8 hours, I gonna improve a lot. You have to have it's better to have a more focused, specified, high level of attention for a shorter amount of time, with a clear goal of I want to get better at drawing hits or something like that, in order to actually improve faster. So to go in line with what I just previously said about time deliberate mindful practice, we have the second tool, which is the Pomodoro timer or method. Basically, you pick your goal and task. You have 25 minutes of practice, 5 minutes break, 25 minutes of practice, 5 minutes break. Do this 4 times, then you take a longer break at the end of those 4. So if you go to pomofocus.io, you have a very good self-explanatory timer to help you do this. So basically, you can work for those 25 minutes. You feel like you're gonna fall off. You have your 5 minutes of break, get back into it. You don't have to so-called keep slogging and keep going. So basically, you can set aside, say, I want to work for say 1.5 how many pomodoros I want to work on this certain topic, and then you follow through those pomodoros. Having a 5 minute break won't really be that bad. Like, don't need to be so harsh on yourself and go, oh, I'm taking a break. It doesn't count. I'm not actively working. It's fine. Just take the break. This was actually really good for focusing, and yeah, consider this one. So Pomo Focus essentially looks like this. You can set your tasks, your 25 minutes is already set there, your short break, long break, you gauge accordingly, it will count down for you. You have the settings, you have your login statistics, very self-explanatory. So the last two I have is a work app timer by Neil. I don't know how to pronounce that, but he's basically the creator of Porter Pals. He's done a lot of work, sitcom or otherwise. So it basically this app it picks up on the program of choice, Photoshop, etc., and stops counting when you click off it. So like when the moment you click on it, it will start counting. Okay, you're working, and when you click off, you're not on it. This might be not be the most mindful in the sense that it's saying back to work and then it's like red, but you can always use it as kind of a reminder when it comes up. You go like, oh, I've worked this much, and okay, you can convince yourself and motivate yourself more in that sense. So you don't have to look at it in such a bad way, even though it seems like a very nagging back to work kind of thing. So yeah. And there you have it. We have 3 tools to help facilitate productivity in artists. I hope this can help you in your art journey. I will link them below in the video description. And so to summarize, Codeturkey is to segment your digital space, remove distracting things away from your computer. Pomo Focus is for time deliberate mindful practice, where you decide on what you want to work on and focus on that for as many Pomodoros as you need to. Work timer is to see how much you worked and mindfully react to that. Don't look at the work timer and go, oh, I only worked for 5 minutes so far. 1 minute of work will always be better than 0 minutes of work. One push-up will always be better than 0 push-ups. One push-up every day for a week will give you 7 push-ups versus 0 push-ups every day for a week, it will still be 0. It will always compound on itself. So don't look down on how much you work and go, oh, I only work for 20 minutes today. I only work for 10 minutes today. It's still better than 0. Trust me. If you want to see more art related videos, please like and subscribe. Check out the rest of my channel. Hopefully there will be more videos there that will help you. As always, stay safe and keep on creating.